Open up these menus for Neil right now.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Neil is joining us from Graffiti's. We are talking about a great wine pairing also with Julienne Bazinet joining us from Ruffino Wines. Great to have you here.
Thank you
back on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Always nice when there's partnerships. Wine and food, and it all comes together. And you're actually fresh back from Italy, is that right?
I just came back, so actually my clock is still at the same time, so we'll be okay to drink this morning.
And we're good. It's lunchtime for us, so let's crack them open.
So I just came back a couple weeks ago, and I had the privilege of visiting the Ruffino wineries, and it's just spectacular to see. I mean, where the product I'm selling is grown and how it's made, and just what focus they put into making each of these bottles. It's just spectacular.
What makes them unique? Are we familiar with this this wine? Is it new to our marketplace?
Ruffino has actually been on the growth side for sure. I mean, we took it over a few years ago. It's definitely been growing. The Chianti, for instance, is the #1 selling Chianti in the LCBO right now.
Oh, wow.
And for a company that's been around for 130 years.
So no, it's not new.
Exactly.
Yeah. 130 years,
exactly.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
So really, there's a story behind each wine. And the one we're going to be trying today is the Modus. It's the 2010 vintage. It just came out actually 2 weeks ago, and there's about 40 bottles left only in the Ottawa region already. It's splendid. It's a blend of 50% Sangiovese, 25 Merlot, 25% Cabernet Sauvignon, and it just scored a 90, 92, and 94 points by wine writers, which is amazing.
Yeah, so those 40 bottles are going to be gone by the end of the day,
yes,
essentially, is what you're saying. You get to cook with some of this stuff. So, Neil, how are you doing this with this pairing coming together?
Well, we've been doing the wine pairing dinners now for a little over a year, and this is about the fourth one. We do it sort of every quarter. And Ruffino one was like, it's like bread and butter, it goes together with Graffiti's and the Italian food concept so perfectly. So when Julian had come back from Tuscany and toured all the different wineries that were in, that Ruffino owns, it was like just a story and so interesting. But the wine master's actually coming for the dinner.
Oh, wow.
So he's the international brand ambassador for Ruffino wine, so it'll be fun to sort of go through and do the pairings. And me and him worked on this menu together.
Okay, I was going to say, because is there more pressure for you when you know that they're expecting something to bring out the best flavor in the wines at the food that's being served?
Well, the thing is that the wines speak for themselves as well. And one of the things about it is we're trying not to overpower. And when we had the meeting with Robert Guzzo, he had said that he had suggested some of these dishes where they'd done them before, but
he knew what worked.
My take on it, right? So this is the main course, which goes with this wine. Actually, I have to put a little bit of wine in there because I didn't get it in time. So it's a braised veal shank, and we cooked this. I did this obviously yesterday. You cook this for about 4 or 5 hours until it's done completely, and then we serve that with a little saffron risotto.
Yeah, but I saw this going in, and then I saw you pour on, what cheese was that?
It
just
Parmesan
melted.
cheese.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
It's like a fresh Parmesan just went into that.
Exactly.
That is
Shredded
spectacular.
Parmesan.
Yes.
And then we got a little bit of local vegetables. I pulled this out of my garden this morning because I went to get some rosemary. I was at the Metcalf Fair on the weekend, and they had like a 1.5 kilo tomato. So I was like, that's why I think chefs should cook and farmers can farm, right?
That's why you get to the farmers for your food.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is what's going to be served. This is an example of what's being served. Okay, so where can people go? Are we still looking for tickets to come in that night?
We are at about 45, 50 sold so far. They can always go to the Graffiti's website. All the information is there, and they can actually reserve online as well. And we actually have the menu here. The menu's online as well. It's just going to be a spectacular dinner, and it's rare that we get these winemakers in as well. He's right from Ruffino. He was the ambassador for years. He's Italian. So he's going to give us a great insight on the entire night.
So it's www.graffitis.ca, and we're going to take 80 people because we have Brad Paisley that night too, which was booked after we booked this dinner.
I'm like, why does this date sound so familiar? So it'll be busy out in the Canada area. October the 18th at Graffiti, 6:30 until 10. You've got the pairings, you've got the different courses, and I like too that you have the options. Eventually with the bottles coming in.
That's what I was going to say. This is actually our wine feature the entire month. So like this weekend we have the Thanksgiving dinner if you're looking for something to do for Thanksgiving, and we have the brunch, and Ruffino wines are our feature. So nothing goes better with the turkey than the Chianti Ruffino as well. So
cheers. And this is the bottle you're looking for because right now there's 40 left in the city.
About 40 left in the Ottawa area, so good luck, guys.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take another sip. We have plenty more to come here on CTV Morning Live.